restock my area over here because I feel like every day I'm like coming over. Say hey when you're hopping on. I'm gonna get ready. While my kids are at school today, I'm going to do some of our angel tree shopping, and then I'm gonna take my kids with me to get like the fun stuff, I guess, but I'm wanting to get like some of the more boring things, like more needs, like underwear, socks, clothes, new clothes, like things for school, like all that kind of stuff. Oh, the cleaners just pulled up. Hi. So when we were in Tennessee, we brought back some clothes. And I would say they were some of our favorites because we brought them down here, right? And the dry cleaners lost them. And then they said they never had them. So we called security and was like, can we get footage of the dry cleaners getting the clothes from my house? So we then called and told the dry cleaners, like, hey, we show you came this day. You picked stuff up. You left our neighborhood. Like, it has to be somewhere. Can we try and find it? They're here. They just pulled up. There they are. Right there. They're digging through it. Let me tell Adam so he can tell these people. So they're bringing us clothes to look through and be like, are these your clothes? Well, I guess apparently they just have some missing clothes. Those are mine. I could tell by looking at them. That's my jacket. Here they come. Can you tell just by looking? There's my shirt, jacket. Yep. Long jacket. Yeah, these are mine. Hang on. Hey, Adam, can you tell them these are our clothes? They're here. Okay. Anyways, he's gonna do that, but I can tell just by looking. Yes, those are mine. But it was like my very favorite jacket. My, I don't know. It was like my very favorite of my favorites, and that's, I only brought down one tote of like when I went back. And so I'm like, I lost my favorite of my favorites. And so that's why I was kind of more adamant, like, no, we are gonna find these. Not in a mean way, but just like disappointed. And so I'm really grateful. It looks like they have found them. Okay. Exciting news. Beautiful You's new Control. It dropped yesterday, and this product was the best seller that has ever dropped. I did get to try this before other people, and it is amazing. They say the flavor is strawberry lemonade. I would actually say I think it tastes more like cotton candy or like a snow cone. But if you are looking for appetite control without caffeine, I am actually a little sensitive to caffeine. I take Trimfit, but I can't take too many of them. Like, I know friends that can take a couple in a day. I can't. This is appetite control and boosts mood without caffeine, and it's made with stevia, not sucralose. So it's so great they found these. I'm really pumped about this. And I am gonna put a tiny bit of Trimfit in it because, well, I do like the caffeine part. But this is gonna, then I feel like I could take another little bit. Like yesterday I did this in the morning, and then when I was feeling kind of like school pickup time, I just took Trimfit then. And, but I'm like, I think today I'm gonna mix half a Trimfit. I'll end up finding like my combo that I just really love. I've never actually mixed, that's about more than half. That look about half to you? I think that's about half. That's the great thing about, I don't know, this kind of stuff, is you can mix, like your greens, you can mix your Trimfit. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna make more of like a thin, like a little more on the appetite suppressant side, a little less on the caffeine side, and see. But yesterday I thoroughly enjoyed it. And now my greens. See how this combo tastes. You're so excited to try it. It is delicious. When I say it's really my favorite thing they've ever dropped, it is, like, I drank another one at 8:30 last night. It doesn't have caffeine. So I went to bed. I wasn't hungry. Like, I ate a Greek bowl. I actually filmed a video doing this, but of the pajamas I was wearing, you could kind of see through them. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't post this. So, but I made it at like 8:30. There's no caffeine. I really wanted apple pie, actually. And I was like, I'm going to drink this instead. And if I still want a little apple pie, I'll get some. But I really didn't need any. Because, so this does have ice in it. I know you're not supposed to put ice in here. Who got theirs yesterday? We'll actually do a giveaway today. I will give away one of these. We'll give away a new Control if you share this video and comment your favorite food because this helps with appetite control. And I feel like if you could eat it. Blair was talking about it the other day. That's Preston's brother. He was like, I took it. I did not eat until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so he was like, I'm going to just have to, like, I'm not hungry. It has 10 grams of fiber. And, but really, really great if you struggle with cravings. So, but I absolutely love having a drink with ice. And I'm curious how this tastes with a little trimpet and a little greens. Oh my gosh. It's like a Jamba Juice. So Control is an appetite suppressant. It just dropped. Bernadette. And so it's an appetite suppressant. It tastes like a snow cone, like flavor. It's like a cotton candy kind of flavor. It says strawberry lemonade, but I would never guess that's what it is. So I feel like it tastes more like cotton candy. I'll be curious when you guys get it in. Tell me what you want. I'm going to give away one of these today because it's brand new. And I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it. So I'll give one of them away. And it helps stabilize your blood sugar, promotes fullness, and helps control your appetite. So, anyways. Yes, if you are a night snacker, that's when I get in trouble, is at night. Like, I am like a cookie dough snacker, or a get up at, like, I don't know, watch a show and then be like, maybe I should get a Rice Krispie or a fruit snack or a little ice cream. And like, that's how I was feeling last night, like a little apple pie, because we made that apple pie earlier in the week. And I was like, how exciting. Why isn't this working? Somebody close it. I was like, how exciting, because that's my only thing with Trim Fit. And I have taken them at night before, just before doing, like, going to a dinner or somewhere I know I'm gonna really be tempted by like a lot of food. But I was like, this is so good, because now I can have like a nighttime, helps you stay full in the evening, that tastes yummy. Food noise is real. Yes. So I'm most excited for that because it doesn't have caffeine, and it's made with stevia. Has a lot of fiber. You drink it, it tastes like a treat. It's so yummy. And I don't know, it was amazing. So Tina, this shirt I don't think is available anymore, but I got it a few months ago from Anthro. And I think it's like a fun little look. Let's get ready. I have to go meet with a notary today. And so I gotta get ready for that. I can't believe they brought my jacket back. I was so sad. Not that I can wear a jacket here, but when I travel, I'm like, okay, so I did get a lift over 2 years ago now. Is that not crazy? And I used Pomifera oil mostly. It's a little more concentrated than the heel oil, but my scars, I wish I could show you my scars without being like inappropriate, because what Pomifera oil, like the Pomifera rose and heel oil, like but I really love, like, if you want your scars to heal faster, the Pomifera rose is a more concentrated version than the heel oil. But like, my scars are beautiful. You cannot see them, They are so great. Like, maybe one day I'll take, they're really hard to not be, I don't know, I have to like be really careful of how I would show them, but they are, and I haven't done like a scar update in a while. Maybe I could take a picture in a way that it just like looks like a knee or something, but fabulous. And I've had my kids have like scrapes, cuts, mosquito bites, like all of it. Pomifera oil, like Pomifera rose or like heel oil, so good. Boredom snacker, right? Who else is a snacker? What were your favorite foods? We're gonna pick a winner, and I'll send you a new Control, like an appetite suppressant, and I can't wait for you to try it. So share this video, drop your favorite food. What is your I get up at night and I want to eat this snack? Mine aren't even good sometimes. Sometimes it's genuinely like just to eat. Like I'll be like gummy snacks. I don't really buy a lot of unhealthy foods, so I eat kid snacks. Yes, the fiber is so good for your body. It's so good for your health. If you are new to having a lot of fiber in your diet, it is the same amount of fiber per scoop as 12 cups of spinach. If you're worried that might upset your belly, start with half a scoop. But I will tell you, I have had zero issues, like not gassy, not upset belly, none of it. But I do get kind of a good amount of fiber in my diet, so that might be, you know, why. Chocolate, is that a food? Chocolate's a food. Ice cream, chips, popcorn. Oh, what is a tasty cake? I don't even know what a tasty cake is. I feel like I'm missing out if that's what you're getting up at night to eat. I don't buy ice cream on purpose because I can like get up, I go potty because I've had 4 kids, so I have to get up and go pee during the middle of the night, and then I'll be like, I think I'm gonna go eat like a little bit of caramel or a little bit of ice cream. So that's why I just don't buy it, because I don't have it. So then my options are like a gummy snack, and that's not really great. So it's like, okay. Oh, I didn't do my skincare. Well, that's sad. Bummer. I'm actually going to do it on top of this primer because I just want my skin to feel like tight and smooth. Oh, your cravings change. You're always opening up the fridge like 10 times hoping something will magically appear. Me too. Like, huh. You're gonna love this because it's so good. Today's the first day I made greens with it. And I did put a little Trimfit just to have a little caffeine. But I will say on its own, just like by itself, the Control is delicious. It's so good. Okay. Oh, you're borderline diabetic, trying to keep it controlled without medication? Yes, I think this could really help too. That would be great. If you've had your gallbladder removed, would it be okay? I don't know. I know you can't have fatty stuff if you've had your gallbladder removed. You could always like run it past your doctor. When in doubt, run it past your doctor. Okay, nice. I can't lose track of time. Okay, so we're gonna go and get some stuff for our angel tree today. So we're sponsoring 2 large families and 1 young girl who is moving out on her own and kind of doesn't have anything. So her mom passed away, and she is moving. Her apartment is furnished. She's somebody we know here in Puerto Rico. And so she doesn't have like dishes, pots, pans, blankets, anything. So she just has whatever her furnished apartment has. So I'm so excited to surprise her with like kind of what you would need starting out, you know, like all of the little spoons, can opener, ice cream scoops, glasses, dishes. I've ordered some stuff off of Amazon, and have just kind of like tried asking questions, like asking advice for myself, like, oh, what do you like better? Or what do you, like, oh, do you like this? So I've gotten the vibe that she likes like boho type things. And so I'm going to get her some stuff, and I'll give it to her before Christmas so that she has it when she's going to move in. She hasn't moved in yet. So, but like a mop, broom, some of it's fun. Some of it's just, I really had hoped I'd been taking this to you. I haven't. I mean, I could have told people, but that'd be lying. So I haven't been taking it. I just got mine in yesterday, and I had sampled it just from like my friend Jenny. She had it and I didn't have mine yet. And so I haven't. I've just been personally just trying to eat a lot better. And I was still taking those, like that kind of a GLP-1 alternative peptide. But I think I'll just, as this helps me get my water in, and I don't know if I'm going to need both this and that. So if you're taking like the Make Lean, I don't know if you would want to take both of them at the same time. You probably could, but if you really struggle with like binging, I don't want to suppress my appetite too much that I don't eat, or I don't hit like, I'm about to start with a trainer, so I'm wanting to hit like some macro goals, and I'll share that when I get started. I don't have a plan yet, but I haven't been working out with a trainer. I just really have been like, I don't know, not indulging a lot lately. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, so we're gonna go do that. And then I still have to find like the ages of the kids. I have clothing sizes and stuff, but I wanna be sure I get like, is it a boy? Is it a girl? What's age appropriate? Like socks and underwear. So I'm still waiting on a few things from those lists, so that I can help them get some. But I love shopping, and I love giving gifts. So it's like my favorite thing. And then while we're out, I think I'm going to try and find myself a pair of jeans. We'll see. But if you have not looked in, if you're in a position where you are like, you would like to help a family, and there are a lot of opportunities normally at malls you could look into. Schools typically have a list of kids that might need something. Churches, there's a lot of different places and ways that you can volunteer time, or you can volunteer things. Sometimes places will even take donations for gently used items. So like I had my kids yesterday go through their closet, anything that doesn't fit them. We also need to make room for their Christmas presents, right? They're about to get some new clothes. They're about to get some new toys. It's Christmas. And so we need to make room as well. And so it's a really good time of year to be like, hey, let's clean this stuff out. Or if there's things you have like excess or you haven't used it. For example, like if I have not worn, I'm going through my shoes right now, but I'm like, if I haven't worn it in the last year, I'm probably going to donate it to somebody who might use it more than I am, And so that's kind of like my thought, but same with clothes. Like if I've not worn this, then I'm going to give it to somebody who could use this. And but it's such a good time of year because there are people who don't get anything for Christmas. We actually were, this would have been 2017. So we had some friends that worked at the mall, and they did not have, I was a single mom at the time. We were really, we were in a bad spot. And we had a friend who paid for our utilities that month and then at Christmas. And I'm so grateful because I was already a month behind, and I was like, we will have no power like this month. Like I did not have enough to make ends meet. And it was before I got working with Lange, before I was only doing Unique at the time, and it just wasn't enough to like pay our bills. And a friend of ours who worked at the mall, this family came in to buy shoes, and they were like, we were wanting to do Angel Tree, and that there were no more cards left on the tree, which is amazing. So many people had already taken care of them. But she told them about our family, and they went and bought presents for my kids, and she delivered them to us. And it was like at a time where I had gotten the kids like coloring books and some Play-Doh from like the dollar store, and that was really and we had like EBT at the time, and I used like some of our food stamp money to buy like gingerbread houses and little Pez dispensers. That was like all the money I had, and that was going to be like all the Christmas my kids had, you know. And so fast forward, like from being in that situation, I do know that like there are times, and it doesn't mean that you're like always there forever, right? But sometimes you need a little extra help, or sometimes you're able to give a little extra help. And so I just love talking about it this time of the year, because sometimes it's just not, we don't think about it. You know, maybe you haven't been to the mall in 2 years, and you know, you buy everything on Amazon. So yes, there's like battered women organizations. So if there's anything that you know of, or like that you're like, oh, I've done this before and it was really great, drop it below. Like give some ideas of things people can do, people you could bless, people you could, you know, like, it's just such a giving, loving time. And I think we should do this kind of stuff all year, but definitely around the holidays. And I know the pressure, like from a mom standpoint, I just felt like so stressed out. And then even during that, like I didn't have a trash can. I know this sounds so silly, but like they bought me a trash can and it was for outside for my trash to go into, and those are like $100, and I did not have enough money for a trash can. All my trash was always like stacked up by the street, and like the dogs would get into it. And so I would have to try and like run, I'd leave my trash inside the house, which would be stinky, and then run it outside. Anyways, I needed a trash can. And this family like bought me a trash can, and I don't even know who the family was, right? I have no idea. But I just pray that the Lord blesses them, because they were such blessing to me. And I think we can be a blessing to other people. So anyways, you never know like what other people are going through. So I think that it's super important, like that we are aware of, like, maybe it's a friend that you know, or like we know that girl who's moving into an apartment. Like maybe you just know someone that you're like, hey, I think you could call and encourage her, or call and love on her, or check on them, or take them a meal, or cookies, or a $2 soap from Bath and Body Works, or flowers from your, you probably don't if it's wintry where you are, but here we could like still make a bouquet because there's like flowers out in bloom. But you know, okay, I'm just using Olive Rose today. It's like such a light coverage. It looks really good on. This is Lover's Lane, and I did a little bit of Strawberry Hill. Use the foundation shade 07. I do think I'm going to go in with Ophir's bronzer instead of, I need to get a different color. The color I have from Olive Rose is medium. I'll show you the difference. And I want to find a color that is like more like this. So I personally love like a very chocolate bronzer, and this is like a more gray, and I want a more brown. I bought this. This is my own doing, like nobody else's. But when I blend it in, it's just not quite as dark as I would like. Maybe if I was a little more fair. Yes, the volunteer fire department tries to help needy family. And also, if you're like, I don't have time to go like do these different things, could, if you have like $50 and somebody else can go shop for those families, or maybe you don't have money but you do have time, or maybe it's not your season this year to help, and that's okay too, you know. But if it is, I kind of feel like I look like Little House on the Prairie between my like hair like this. Are we giving? Like modern farm girl vibe. Ooh, I gotta hurry. Modern farm girl is gonna be late to meet her notary if I don't leave this house, and I haven't even brushed my teeth yet because I wanted to drink my Trim Fit and my Control before I brush my teeth. Oh, I love that. Diane says there's a lot of homeless in our tiny community of 3,000. I bought a bunch of Subway gift cards and handed them out. We, a few years ago, my kids and I, we made blessing bags, and we kept them in our car. And which I know some people are like, never give to the homeless, but I take advice from whoever, but we did. And so, and I still now roll my window down and give people money. So I know that there have been cases where trust your judgment. If you feel like, I don't feel the impressed upon my heart to give, then don't give. But if you feel like you are supposed to, then, you know, I don't know. So with that said, we did blessing bags, and we had like hot hands, toothbrush, deodorant, gift card to McDonald's for like $10, and just like a couple things like that. Some little like gummy snacks, I don't know, just like little stuff, and put like a little note in there. I let my kids like write them a note, like hope you have a good day, or Jesus loves you, or that kind of thing. And this is when they were like much smaller, but that's something you could do as well. And sometimes it might even be things you have around your house. Like, for example, we have granola bars that we just haven't eaten. They're not expired, but we don't really love them, right? That could be something totally easy to keep in a blessing bag, or like add to it, you know? There's just so many things you could do. Like, yes, hats, socks, gloves, gift cards, yeah, you don't have to give cash, or sometimes like sometimes you can, you know, like I feel like if I feel the Lord, my dad always explained it like this. He said they were we did not have much, but my dad was very consistently like buying someone's meal at Hardee's, or buying somebody's, or giving a couple dollars, or if somebody needed something. And he said, it's not my job like to tell them how to use it, or am I worried they're going to use that $4 on drugs instead of food? And he was like, but if I have it and I see somebody who needs it more than I do, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen him, like, he'll be like making food, like grilling out or something. And then even when we were in Hawaii last, we went to a sunrise and he grilled out at the beach. We were like in his van, like did not, you know what I mean? He lived in a van, grilling out from his van, but he made 2 extra meals and took them to like a homeless tent, right? Like walking distance from where we were. In Hawaii, there's a lot of homeless there. And so things like that, where it's like a little goes a long way. And I will say that's one of my favorite things about my dad is like, he's in Asia right now. And he was talking about like different people that they've ran across or gotten to see. And when he was here last, I was at church, and I was like, I just felt the Lord be like, here, like send your dad some money to, if he comes across people that he could bless while he's there, he could like reach people in Asia that you'll never get to meet, but like he could get to. And so since that time, he's like made a list, because money goes really far there. And, you know, a couple dollars is like a lot, where he is right now. Currently he's in Indonesia, but, when he's been in Vietnam and Thailand and everywhere. And so, you know, you're like, maybe you know a missionary that's somewhere where they could be hands and feet for you when you can't be hands and feet. Okay. We're almost done. This is the best mascara I have used in years. Like, I would put it on like top mascaras I've ever used in my whole life. And your husband and you handed out pastries to the homeless, got to know them, their stories. Yes. And really, like, you can end up feeling like you've got the world, you know, right here, and then not have anything quickly. And I think like that happened to us. I felt like, oh, I went from being totally not rich or anything, but like knowing where my next meal was going to come from to not knowing for a while. And then, you know, you can get back up on your feet too, and God is good in all of it. But I just think I have a lot more empathy towards it can happen to anybody. And if you're not going through a hard time like that, then it's our job to be like the hands and feet of Jesus. Ooh, your church went to an Amazon box sale, turned around, Christmas store at the church. Oh, I love that. You and your daughter are volunteering the next 2 weekends with the sheriff's department to wrap gifts and deliver Christmas. That's amazing. Oh, Courtney, that's great. So part of what I feel like my platform could be used for, and I did stuff like this when I only had like 40 followers. So, but I've always loved like finding good deals after the holidays and sharing about this. But after Christmas, I know right now, like this is such a good deed to do now, but after Christmas, like the first week of January, Target is going to have tons of things like 50 to 70% off. And that is a really good time too of the year to stock up on things that you could donate at another time. Or to, if you have like a gift closet, say we have kids in every age group right now, but I like to have I hate spending full price on gifts. It just so annoys me. And so I will look for gifts on sale. And so if I can buy gifts that are like, that I think either my kids' friends would like, or that I think I could give to like a shelter, or that I could give just to have like a little cubby in our closet that's like if we need a last minute gift. And it can be like, there'll be clearance candles, there's going to be clearance bedding. One year there was like so much clearance bedding, like able to help and donate it to the church for people who know maybe need bedding, like stuff like that. So that's something to keep an eye out for as well after the holidays, is like, how can you make your dollar go even further for good? But just love kind of like brainstorming ideas with you guys, because you guys have great ideas. Something else, if you have any nursing homes, during COVID, they didn't let you do this, but if you are looking for a great way to spend time, there are people who aren't going to have people visit them this Christmas, or who all their loved ones have passed away, or they're the last ones left, or their family doesn't live there. And so nursing homes are a great way to go and like just sit, like play a game of checkers. I have not done that in a long time. I don't really know here where I would go. I don't speak Spanish, but I loved doing that when I lived in the States. So this is Olive Rose mascara, and it's good. So good. Your lashes will be lashing. This mascara has a great wand. Look at that, such a good one. I don't like the plastic wands with like the silicone. They hurt my eye. Oh, you have a adopt a grandparent at the nursing home? I want a grandparent. I actually like grieve the fact I don't have grandparents often. Or that my kids, like my dad's obviously in Asia and my mom's back in the States, but like my grandparents were really, really, really involved in our lives. And it makes me a little sad that my kids, I'm like happy for my parents that they're like living their best lives, but it makes me sad for my kids because I'm like, I just had the best grandparent relationship of like anyone in the whole world. It was amazing. Okay. I'm just gonna do this cute little look we've been doing lately with this Strawberry Hill blush and a lip liner. This is a cheap NYX lip liner. I don't even know the shade. I haven't even peeled the stuff off. But yes, I would love adopt a grandparent. We do have a neighbor she's in her 80s. Actually, this is Ulta Beauty. Shimmering Rose is the shade. We have a neighbor. She is 88, and Veda goes and sees her a lot, but it's not the same as like having your own grandparent. But I do love Josie. I just miss my grandparents. I wish grandparents could live like really long. Like, I can't wait to be a grandma. I was crying last night. I'm like a natural crier. Anyways, I don't really love this shade on my lips, so I'm gonna put something on top of it. Veda was really cute when I was tucking her in bed last night. She had her baby doll. She got to hold a real baby for the first time this week at the church Christmas party, and it was the best day of her life. And so she was like talking about it, and she was holding her baby doll, and she was just like rubbing on it, and she's like, this is my baby, like I love my baby so much. And I was just looking at her thinking like, she's getting so big. I was like thanking the Lord as I was sitting there with her. I was like, I'm just like time slow down. Like I love this age that she's at, and I'm just like, I was telling her like, I'm so grateful. Like, I know she probably thinks I'm so silly, but I'm like, I'm so grateful I get to be your mom. Like, you are just the best tiny human, you know, and everything. And just was like walking through my house being like, I'm just so grateful. Like, just such a good, do you ever have those moments where like, these are going to be like, these are like the golden years. Like, these are going to be the best days of my life. That's how I felt last night, like tucking her in. She did not want to go to bed last night. She took a long time. That part annoying, but then she'll do something so cute and you're like, this is the color I want. She'll do something so cute and you're like, oh, how lucky am I? Okay, this is the shade that I wanted. This is NYX Line Loud in the shade Magic Maker. It is in my Amazon storefront, but oh, somebody's wanting to get into Mahjong? Okay, it's M-A-H-J-O-N-G, Mahjong, and it is super fun. You can buy them on Amazon. The Mahjong line is where I got some of mine. Some of the sets are a little pricey, so if you're just getting started, you might want to get like a simpler set that isn't as pricey. Yeah, so Veda got to hold an actual baby. His name was Theo. He was the chubbiest baby. The mom had 4 kids under 6. And so I offered to hold her baby while she fixed food for everybody. And it was like the best day for both me and Veda. And so when she got back, she was like, does she want to hold her? And I was like, oh, she's like we've never actually really been around real babies because all my friends have big kids. And she was like, well, she can hold him. And she like got her all situated in a chair and let her hold him. And Veda was like about to combust. She was like squealing and she was like, oh, his little ears, like his little feet. Like she could not handle herself. And that's all she's talked about all week is how she got to hold a real baby. And that night she got to pet a real tiny dog. So, you know, it's church Christmas party was the best day of the year for her. yes, Mahjong's really big here too. It was really big back in Tennessee where we were. They have like country clubs or YMCAs or different places will have little, you can pay to learn how to play, or sometimes it's even free. Okay, if you aren't using Strawberry Hill blush on your lips, you're missing out. It's so good. I don't have the new Lange 5-piece set, but it's on its way. I just haven't gotten it yet. And then I kind of like to put a little bit of whatever I have here. This is on days when I don't do a huge eye look. I just like put a little right there and a little right here. And I kind of go mid-eye to crease, just like the outer. So it looks like my natural lid kind of fades into whatever this is. I have to go brush my teeth and I have to leave. This is gonna be how my hair is today. We're just gonna call me, like, I don't know, Anne of Green Gables, I guess. That's what. Do you keep your ears out? Well, that's kind of cute. Maybe I'll do like a little bun. I haven't done a bun like this in a long time. Okay, I'm out of here. It's our full little look. And I'm gonna go try to find some jeans too. I have a busy day actually. I hope you have the best day. I'm gonna take my drink with me. If you haven't tried the Control yet, 10 out of 10 recommend. So anyways, I hope you have the best day ever. And yes, ears out. I used to have a lot of insecurities about my ears, but recently I have been really into, since I got another piercing, I have like 3 holes now, and I really have enjoyed like ears out. I don't know, it's like a new thing for me. So I've spent my entire life covering my ears, and here recently I'm like, I actually think I might like it if my ears are out. So here we are, embracing our ears. Okay, love you guys, hope you have the best day, and I'll pick a winner like probably tomorrow for the Control giveaway. That way it gives you time to drop your favorite food and share to be entered. So anyways, see you later. Almost said see you later, alligator. Bye.